My name is DJ K-1. DJ K-1. My name is DJ K-1. My name is DJ K-1.
To episode 58 of the K-1 Agenda. Today is 6/11, June 11, 2021. Once again, episode 58 of the K-1 Agenda. I've been busy working outside more, adding flowers and doing a few more outside projects. I actually went Monday. I had a quick outpatient surgery. I have a lipoma on my rear shoulder and I had it removed, so I'm still a little bit sore from that, but I'm getting back to feeling pretty good and strong or whatever. I just can't do a lot of heavy lifting and stuff. But I mean, hey, I'm glad I made that choice to get rid of it. It was bothering my neck a lot, so it was hard to move around. And then I sit so much in the office and in the studio. I'm always, facing this way, and I think I need to get some better support for my neck and everything. That's why it was hurting me so much. But this is a very important week for me, and I want to make some things clear. I received an email from Dragon Greensmith last week, and Dragon Greensmith represents the Greensmith Booking agency, who was just signed just before the pandemic to book AUX88 and also to book K-1, me, for DJ sets. I received like a really disturbing email from him, which was amazing to me because I have a very good relationship with everybody who I deal with business-wise. But for some reason, Dragon Greensmith he's very harsh. He sends very cryptic messages, and everything is, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, and I didn't like that. But I like to say, I like to read this to everybody. I want to get this straight. That's why I love social media. Now I got a platform to show you some of the crazy stuff that be happening, and I don't want it to get flipped. And I'm doing this for one reason only. I am no longer in AUX88. And I have not been in AUX88 for a whole year, which I promoted on my social media and said it and everything. So any messages that's coming about AUX88 should not be coming to me. It should be going to AUX88, aka Tommy Hamilton, who's the leader of AUX88. But by saying that, I just wanted to point out the reason why I'm bringing this up and saying this is because Dragon Greensmith, I don't want no one to get the wrong impressions, promoters related to Tommy Hamilton and BJ or Positronics from AUX88 and K-1. I would never try to take any money out of someone else or anything else like that. I had nothing to do with this, and I've already talked to Tom about this over the weekend, and he already know I'm not cut like that. But I received the email, and I received an instant message on my email, and this is how it went. It said, "Hello, Keep. Hope all is well. Seems that you forgot to inform me that you left AUX88, and to be worse, I hear that from promoters with who I negotiate your booking, situation was really unpleasant. Thank you for your understanding." First of all, anyone who knows, anytime that me and Tom have traveled together, we have a great relationship with not only promoters, because we're very easy to work with, booking agents, and also sound men. We don't go in making demands. We make things work. So that, I don't understand where he got that from. If we did have any unpleasant issue with somebody, that's because you completely disrespected us. And I have not been booked at all on not one show by Dragon Greensmith since I was in AUX88 or since I was signed as K-1. Because he signed me as a DJ to book. He's never booked because the pandemic came up. So here's my answer to that. I said, wow, I left AUX88 over a year ago. What are you talking about? It's on my social media. If you heard anything wrong, it's not me. This is the second time you came at me. I'm the one who did everything in the group and have a great rep with everyone. So you have not been seeing all the info about me for over a year? Amazing. Have a great day, Dragon. That was wrong to speak to me that way and or that tone. So I'm gonna transcribe my message. While I have been doing the K-1 agenda, I've also let everyone know that I'm not in AUX88 for over a year. It's on my social media. He's my booking agent. Every time I post something, he likes this, he likes that. There was comments made and everything. Then in a later email, you know what he tells me? Well, I'll apologize because I don't do my social media. I have someone else do it for me. So ask yourself, anybody, why would you deal with someone like that who doesn't even know what you're doing and has no clue? Has no clue. And the message that you're sending should be sent to Tommy, who runs AUX88. I have nothing to do with that anymore. I spent way too much time answering them back, and I made screen prints of all of these messages. But I want to put it out there. The Greensmith Booking agents. I'm not affiliated with it, but good luck for whoever else is on the label and does his booking. I don't have time for that, man, and you don't come on me like that. And once again, like I said, now I'm going to make a permanent post that will go on my social media to state that I'm not in AUX88. I wish those guys all the luck in the world. Me and Tom have had a talk a few days ago about this. He know I'm not cut like that. He dropped AUX88 from the booking roster, which is amazing because I don't want it to come back to make it seem like I told him to do that or anything like that. It was nothing like that. I don't know what Dragon Greensmith is talking about. Me and Tom was just befuddled because I know Tom and them just did a show and they had been talking to him in recent days. So how that came up and how this just came up out the blue, I have no ties to that or anything. But like I said, I am going to make a permanent post that will state that I am no longer in AUX88. K-1, I will be announcing very soon a special booking agents for me to have my DJ sets booked. I also have an official booking agent for Optic Nerve, which is Connect Bookings. You can contact info@connectbookings.com. Daniel will take care of you. Thank you. I've never had a problem with Daniel. Daniel was great. Daniel used to book the late Mike Huckabee. But I felt like I needed to clean this up this week. And the messages went on and on. You know, I had a situation with Dragon before where he just went off and at the drop of a hat. I think we were booked to go. I'll give you a short story. We were booked to go to Japan, and everything comes through me. So I answered it back, said, okay, we'll do it. And I had talked to Tom, and he said he wanted to do it. But Tommy didn't know was how many flights we had to go. And I didn't know that either till the last minute. So Tommy said, no, I'm not flying all those flights to go to Japan. When I told Dragon, listen, well, I'm dropping you guys. I had to smooth all that over with. The promoter from Japan had sent us the money, was deposited in my account. I sent the money back to the Japanese booking agent. But that's the type of person that we were dealing with Dragon Greensmith. I had to smooth that over. So all this stuff about you had an unpleasant situation when you've been trying to book AUX88, maybe perhaps people might have a problem with you, but this will be the last time I approach it or talk about it. But I'm going to be transparent. That's why I love having social media. I'm going to be transparent about what I do. And this kind of nonsense won't go unnoticed. You will get called out. Once again, Dragon Greensmith. And I was told when we got with you on the booking. Now, I'm going to say this. I may not be in AUX88, but, you know, as a live performance band or whatever, we were the best in the world. So good luck with what you do. And please know, don't try to say anything or put anything out there or about what I do, Tommy or BJ or whatever, because we don't play that. Get your facts straight and know that you're not needed. So you choosing to not book AUX88 and also drop me from the roster didn't mean anything because you didn't book any shows anyway because of the pandemic. So it should have been a really reasonable thing to just send all your messages to Tommy because he's the leader of AUX88. And I would implore anyone who wants to deal with AUX88, send that to Tommy Hamilton and AUX88. They have a social media and you can get in touch with them. But this is the K-1 agenda. K-1 agenda, Optic Nerve, Alien FM, K-1, Keith Tucker. So we're going to move on. Also, I did mention this. I'm going to tell you that I will be traveling in the future. I'm thinking about 2022 for me. Like I said, Optic Nerve live show, Alien FM live show, K-1 Electro live show, and K-1 DJ sets. On that note, listen, gonna put y'all up on everything that's happened with what's been going on with the records and some new releases. Pbx-32 Stargazing with K-1 and Dopplereffekt. This is, I believe, the 5th pressing, and we still have a few left, and that's been selling really well. Also, I'm really excited. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, it will be released June 28th. Is the K-1 remix. It's a K-1 remix, DJ Stingray and the Exaltics remix of Binary. I actually did Binary System, and the other groups, DJ Stingray and Exaltics, they did some other songs by the group Microthol. It's coming out on the Trust label, and the remixes will be released June 28th. So I'm looking forward to that. I always have new music pending that's coming out. I'm kind of caught up for, like I said, caught up for the year. I'm in the studio. I'm not in the studio working on any music because everything's done for a few years. So I'll be back in the studio probably in another 4 or 5 months when it gets cooler. And then I can do stuff, new music and working on stuff. But I'm looking forward to that. June 28th. Look out for that. That's the Binary System remix of Microthol that I did, the K-1 remix. Also, later this year will be my remix for the Exaltics, and that's coming out later this year. And the name of the track is called Eicht, and I did a remix for it. So this is Optic Studios news. I know I gave y'all a lot, and hey, amazing. 2021, 2022 will be amazing. Puzzlebox Records news. Well, Puzzlebox Records news, distribution has been doing really well, and I'm happy with what's been going on and the output with actually getting some new labels pressed for some of the old releases that Archer carry out. I have news about that. We'll be pressing up some older records. Face Your Fate is one of them, and Electropathics with me and Black Tony. And the name of the track that was on that was called Detroit Parties Rock Like This. Get ready for that. And also, get ready this year for the original Alien FM double pack. Put that out. That cat is out of the bag. But Puzzlebox Records news. First off, the Robotics EP finally released the vinyl version. I'm getting hit up with so many nice props and love for DJ Digital, Anthony Robin, and myself for doing this. That's on the Mechatronica Records, and it's been really fun doing that because you got 3 artists with 3 different styles of electro, and it was a really good project to do. Also, get ready for Machine Conflict, which is a collaboration with me and Slam from Glasgow. Coming soon. Hot track, because really working with these guys, I speeded up my music and stuff, and I want to do something that's more along the lines of what they do, but add my flavor to it. And it was so great to work with them because they didn't give me a direction. It's like, hey, just do what you do. Thank you. Also, we still, I think it's still selling now, the Electro Ghetto Tech EP with me and DJ Godfather on Database Records, which is distributed by Surge at Clone Records. Special shout out to Surge, man. Thank you guys for distributing all the Puzzlebox stuff and getting the stuff out to the world. Juno Records also, and Rubber Dub Records, man. You guys have been pivotal in everything that I'm doing, and I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for the support. Also, it's still available, the Optic Nerve EP, Far Away on Soma, which is my 12-inch, my very first outing with Soma Records with my Optic Nerve persona, with Kyle Irving doing the artwork and the digital comic that came with it. Amazing artwork. Thank you, Kyle. Optic Nerve is moving up the way it's supposed to be and being put out the way it was meant to be all along. Also, please, people, pick up my Uncharted LP on Axis Records, the Escape Velocity series, and the album is entitled Uncharted. That's my full-length Optic Nerve album, and you can pick it up on axisrecords.com. Pick that up, digital download. Trust me, it's some of my best work, and I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much. Just released a few days ago is Optic Nerve meets Strand. That's the 33rd release on Puzzlebox Records, which is called Optic Nerve, or you could say Strand meets Optic Nerve, Pbx-33, out now. And it's being sent overseas to all the different distributors right now, but there are a few Detroit shops that will have it by this weekend. So that will be the Spotlight, which is a new spot. And of course, Mikhail, man, from Detroit Threads always supports and has the record. So get ready and pick up that Strand meets Optic Nerve. Also, Repressed, back in stock, Pbx-29 Modular World EP. Pick up this Electro EP. I'm telling you, people, pick up this EP. It's hot. And any DJ can play it. It's amazing. It's one of my favorites. Also, pick up Pbx-30 Monochromatic Images by Alien FM. That's my brother, Black Tony. We've been doing Alien FM since its inception in the 90s, and we have more, even more to bring you in the future. Also, pick up the AUX88 Mad Scientist, first of a few 12 inches that I'm putting out, which is Pbx-31. This is voice modulation. And this is a track that was pretty much programmed. This was programmed by Tommy Hamilton. It's one of my favorite tracks that he's did. And this was a project that we did for the Mad Scientist. So pick that up. It's an amazing classic that you can pick up now. And remember, people, 35% off sale. These are the dates: June 11th, June 12th, June 23rd, June 24th, June 25th, June 26th, and June 27th. Get ready to get all the apparel, anything you want, be it cups, hoodies, t-shirts, baseball shirts, tank tops, anything. 35% off on those dates. Thank you. Everybody, listen, 35% off at least 2 to 3 times a month on all this product. Like I said, t-shirts, mugs, coffee mugs, cups, pillows, tapestry, hoodies, baseball shirts, short sleeve shirts, phone cases. Man, you can get so much, and it has all the designs for all the logos that I've done over all these years, and I have more coming. And keep in mind, you can get this shipped pretty much from your own country, so you're going to save on shipping. Pick the stuff up now. Go get it. K-1 out. Question of the week. This is ironic because something that I brought up in my earlier intro news. The question was, what's the biggest difference in 2021 for promoting yourself than what you were doing in the 90s? Hey man, right, what I'm giving you right now, social media. To be able to instantly get your information out there without having to wait for a magazine to come out or, you know, or in different interviews or whatever. Instant social media has helped. I mean, for example, taking care of any mistakes or errors that, or something that was misprinted or something that was misquoted. Now you got your social media. I have my K-1 agenda. I have all my pages of social media to address anything and promote instantly and give you like a chance to see what I'm like. You know, every week you're in my studio, and I will be recording some more video in different locations, maybe outside or whatever, but you're in my world. You get to see more about who I am and what kind of person I am. So that's the biggest difference, man. Social media is great, man. I don't know why people would say they don't like it, but it is a way to reach people instantly. And when you're a fan of someone, like I am with certain artists, I can see what they're doing on a daily basis, man. Just, you know, just to see what kind of person they are and get into their lives. Thank you. That's a great question, as always. And if anybody has any more questions, please email Puzzlebox at puzzleboxrecords.com for any questions you may have, Thank you very much. Old pick or old video of the week. Once again, this is from the Portrait of an Electronic Band documentary that was done 6 or 7 years ago. This is my intro for the documentary. For each artist that's a part of AUX88, we had an intro to kind of explain a little bit about, you know, what each member, you know, a little bit about each member. And here's my K-1 intro. Enjoy.
My name is Keith Tucker, and this is my story.
Keith was born May 10, 1966, on the east side of Detroit, Michigan, the younger of two sons to Greg and Francis Tucker. His parents relocated from their small hometown of Elkhorn in the southern West Virginia area. His elder brother Mark Tucker was born in West Virginia in 1964. Tucker grew up on the east side of Detroit on Gray Street between Charlevoix and Gothey.
Believe it or not, I used to do parties all down this street when it was houses in the early 1980s. Now it looks like a forest. Now slowing down, this is my old neighborhood right here. This is my actual block that I lived on between Gray and Charlevoix. The house is gone. It was tore down a long time ago. Man, I had some great memories growing up here, though. But, you know, just like anything else, everything in Detroit rises because the rest of the city is beautiful, and I see it coming back. In 1972, I was bused to a predominantly white elementary school called McGregor, located near East 8 Mile. Where I took to playing violins and drums in my instrumental classes. I later went on to be in the school band. In elementary school, I was asked to join the science club from one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Saha. In 1976, I went on to attend Joy Middle School on the east side of Detroit on Fairview Street near Warren Avenue. Attending middle school in those years was good times in Detroit, because of all the good music played on the radio, and my interest started growing more for music after attending lots of concerts with three of my best friends, Sean, Don, and Mooch. In those days, we were barely able to get into concerts, but our parents would drop us off to see Parliament Funkadelic and all sorts of concerts at Cobo Hall and Joe Louis Arena. Back in 1976, Detroit public schools were starting to gear kids towards choosing professions in the future. I remember taking a few tests that told me that I had an interest in engineering, electronics, and music. I soon took to my first classes in mechanical drafting and took more percussion instrumental classes. I also remember some of the bad times. Gang activity was starting to get bigger with gangs like the Earl Flynn's and the BKs. I noticed them a lot in and out of the school and remember seeing some shootings outside the school. I could never get into that or understand. Guess I was just too nerdy. Unfortunately, my older brother got caught up in the gang thing, and he really put a toll on our whole family with some of the stuff he got into. Just thank God he didn't get shot or killed. By the time I reached 8th grade, I had a chance to go to New York with my mom for my Uncle Nelson's wedding. During our trip, I got to see some older kids playing around in the basement with turntables, mixing the record Ring My Bell by Anita Ward. My parents always kept up and bought all the latest records, but what interested me the most was the mixing of two songs together and cutting and scratching of the words with the DJ Mixer crossfade. When I returned home just a few days later, got a chance to see Tiger Dan from WGPR do a DJ set out of the back of a U-Haul truck with police beacons. I remember hearing the music from 2 blocks away from my house. I'm not sure if too many people remember those types of block parties coming out of Detroit, just like New York was doing. I was in full DJ mode after seeing him get the whole neighborhood going. Not soon after, seems like I just kept seeing all sorts of things pointing me in a musical direction. In 1980, I was a freshman in high school. I attended Southeastern High School for 1 year after transferring to Denby High School, home of the Tars. All my middle school classmates attended Denby and I went to Southeastern because it was so close by to my house. My parents decided to get me transferred to Denby to go to school with my other friends. I started to DJ a lot of school dances with my friends Ivan Sellers and Pete Clyott, and even more parties on the weekend in the summer season when school was out. In the summer of 1982, I was spending the summer in Roanoke, Virginia, visiting family. My uncle was driving us to a park to play some basketball, and we saw the marquee of a concert coming up in a few days. Tickets $10. I was like, wow, you can't beat that, $10. Who playing? I found out by looking at the marquee, the lineup was Trouble Funk with special guest Soul Sonic Force cameo, Jimmy Spicer and Sparky D. I got a chance that night at that concert to see Arthur Baker with all the synth sequencers and drum machines backing up the Soul Sonic Force, and that was doing sound check. I noticed one press of the button and the groove was like, there. A few weeks later, got my first drum machine, Sensonics drums with drumsticks. Soon as I returned home for the summer, I was banging away, annoying the hell out of my moms and pops.
I always know that he would be involved in some kind of music, yes, because when we go home to West Virginia, he had a keyboard and drums, and when he was 13, he played that keyboard until we got from Detroit to West Virginia.
I was always the type of kid who was very organized and daydreamed a lot. In my middle school years, I grew up watching a lot of sci-fi and martial art movies, which allowed me to use my imagination.
He's always been very independent. Always been able to like things to go. One big thing, I always liked for things to go his way, and he was always had big ideas. I never forget when he was 8, 9, he used to always say he wanted to be an astronaut. That's really never heard no black person being no astronaut. But then when he was around his grandma, my grandma, don't you tell that boy what he can and can't be. He can be what he want to be.
When I transferred to Denby, I had already had over 4 years of mechanical drafting classes under my belt, which led me to get a co-op job from General Motors in the 10th grade. I worked from 6 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m., then drove my car to school to attend classes and be a part of the track team till I was a senior in high school. My first true encounter with electronic music came from listening to the radio stations like WBLS and WGPR with the electrifying mojo. He played electronic music, funk, Euro, new wave reggae, and everything else that was different. It just showed me like, wow, every week I could hear something different and just wondered like, how did they create this music? How did they keep the rhythms going? How did they keep this electronic sound going and never stayed out of sync?
Thank you. That was my K-1 intro. That was a lot of fun doing, man. Learning about filming and documentaries, and how you edit the sound and everything. So that was a great thing that I'm really proud of. That in history that there's a documentary told from our perspective, where you get to hear the real deal of how we came about. And hearing other artists talk about us and tell you what they think about us, and that was real important to do, and it's something for our legacy. So thank you very much for checking that out. Shout outs this week. It's a special one. This is a great picture. I love this picture. This is a shout out to my mom and my wife, Belinda Tucker. This is a beautiful picture. They remind me so much of each other because they're very strong women. When it's time to get things done, they get it done. They're about their business. And, everybody wants someone that you can talk to and tell you when you're right, tell you when you're wrong. And my mom and my wife are just that, and they get along so great. My mother has always been, she always loved Belinda, and she said that's her daughter, man. And I just want to send a special shout out to them. I love them so much, and thank you for supporting me and everything that I'm doing, and even in the past. On that note, I just want to end this. I want to end this particular episode. This is episode 58. I want to re-emphasize. I kind of changed my whole thing about this whole thing with AUX88. I thought that I was reaching a lot more people to tell them the situation, that I'm not in AUX88. But the way to do that, I think Tommy he'll be putting a statement up on AUX88 page. We talked about it. I'm pretty sure they'll get around to doing that. I'm happy, man. I'm doing my thing, and wish them luck. They'll be all right. They great, talented guys, and I'm moving on. And I will be making that permanent post to let everyone know. It'll be up on my social media all the time, stated that I'm no longer a part of AUX88, and I'll have contact information for how you can get in touch with me to do work with me for my K-1 Alien FM remixes, booking, all that type of stuff. And on that note, I know what I've done, I know what I'm doing, and I know what I will be doing. So thank you all for your support and hearing me out this week, as you do every week. Thank you for your support, and get ready next week for the next episode. Thank you, and special shouts out again to Moms and Pops. Love you. See you guys on the next K1. Hey, I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button for YouTube, and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, bro. Hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keep touching K1. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.